Okay, so this is gonna be a review of The Flash 816, which is called The Curious Case of Bartholomew Allen. Full-fledged warning. I did not like this episode at all. There was maybe 3 parts of the episode that I liked, which was the beginning, the end, and Singin' Joe. And that was it. This will be a full-on rant, and I am half pissed off, half annoyed, and yeah. I almost didn't do this video, but I'm doing it because I know a lot of you like hearing my opinions, and I also need a video, because I didn't upload Tuesday, so this is not gonna be a good video. I'm trying so hard to think of something good to say about this episode, and I don't think I'll be able to. Like, it was just so bad. I'm sorry, but this episode, again, the beginning was great. The ending was great. Sing coming back and working with Joe was great. But this episode was so bad. I'm sorry, but it just was, and I hate myself for that. So I opened up. This is the best part of the episode. Barry stopping a robber, person in Jersey with a gun, threatening to rob it, saved the person from getting run over by a car, and the lady gave Barry a piece of candy. Team Flash is playing whatever game. It was funny. It felt like season 1 stuff, but more than one season 8 flair, right? I said that in the promo breakdown. Barry and Joe talk about Iris and excess of the Iris still in the future, so they get her back somehow. We don't know how yet. Barry goes CCPD. This is when Sing shows up in Barry's lab. Obviously, he knows Barry's the Flash. So it's good to see them working together, and they're working on the case this Sing has for Barry. And then they figure out that this guy's working out a shipyard that they're trying to find. Barry goes there. Now, there's this machine in the back of a van. Barry opens the van. Then he knows there's a machine in there. He doesn't know what it does. All he knows is that there's gamma radiation pouring off of it. Then the guy appears, an old man appears. Barry turns around and says something, I forget. And then he sits off the machine. Barry turns around, and you can see the machine going off. Barry doesn't even react to it. He gets hit by it, and it causes the episode to go into action. I called it in my promo breakdown. I called it in a video before that 816 would be the test for the writers. And they failed. They failed big time in this episode. Massively. Not just in that one scene with Barry being the Flash. They failed twice in this episode. But not only that, they made Barry being dumb on the field for the first time this season, where he has his full speed, he has his full power, didn't use it, and now the episode is in motion because they made him slower. So we're back to the condescending bullcrap of, oh, Barry's in the field, he's not thinking, he turns around trying to talk the bad guy down, which really, I didn't mind that part. The part that pisses me off so much is that Barry didn't go in the Flash time and just run away from the blast. It was obviously a small radiation blast because only Barry got affected. Like, it didn't go across the city. It was in a small area. Barry could have gone the Flash time and ran the other way, got away from the blast, came back in, or when the Flash time got the guy, ran out, arrested him, put him in jail. There you go. But because we need the episode that happened, we had to make Barry get hit by the freaking blast. That just set me off for the entire episode, and it pissed me off so much, and it still does now, because I legitimately thought that the writers were done with that crap, and now we're back to it. What does that say for the rest of the season? It really makes me question where the hell we're going with this season. The sadder part is, most people enjoyed that. But most people didn't enjoy when we actually got Barry stopping the criminals in flash time. What the hell? It's like magically in the span of 2 minutes, we had all Flash haters who were hitting on the best of everyone on the show to somehow liking Barry being an absolute moron in the field. That's not the Barry we've gotten all season. This is season 1 through 7 Barry, to the point where season 7's writing was worse than this episode. I'm sorry if you disagree. I don't really give a crap. This episode to me felt like a season 7 writing episode with season 1 flair rolled into it. There was nothing from season 8 that we've gotten the past 6 episodes that I saw in this episode. The only time we saw Barry using his speed to the fullest was in the beginning and the end, and that was it. It was so stupid. I'm sorry. I get why Barry's slower in this episode, because he's aging. But the idea that Barry's in the field, he knows a blast about to go off, and he doesn't think to run from it. He stands there, stares at it, watching it go off, and gets whammied. I knew from the description of this episode that is exactly what would happen. And I had people telling me, you're worried for nothing. I'm not trying to say I'm right 24/7, but I pretty much freaking called it. So, don't tell me to doubt stuff again, because I am never, ever, ever giving hope to these writers when that description shows up in season 9, because I know it will. They're going to do something season 9 to make Barry not fast enough, and we're going to get the same condescending bullcrap next season. I was legitimately trying so hard to enjoy this episode after that. I just couldn't. To the point where I'm not even going to talk about half this crap. He aged 30 years overnight, which makes sense, I guess, if you think about it. On the outside, he looks young. On the inside, he is older. Barry's facing is messed up. He tries some wind arms. Nothing was happening. That was kind of funny. It was a funny scene. Again, season 1 humor, it felt like it was good. It was good. That was, can't believe I said that. This thing when they go see Joe, they mentioned Janice for the first time in like a month. Bear can't go over Mach 10. Again, he's slower due to writing purposes. Then the tech facility got hit up by the criminal. Barry goes there. He tries to stop the guy. He has a ball device. Barry can't throw lightning. He tries doing it. Katie lost throughout the episode. She did amazing camera work throughout this episode. She really did. But when the camera movement was circling around Barry, was going the other direction, and it was sped up, I legitimately felt like I was going to throw up. I was nauseous. I was dizzy for a good 5 minutes. Why the hell they did that twice? I couldn't watch the second time they did that, because I was... Look, Katie's a good director. She is. But that camera movement was so bad. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's because it was sped up or what, but it was so bad. It was just dog crap. I don't know what they were thinking with that. But you have Barry super speed going in the opposite direction of the camera, and it's zooming like a full-on circle around Barry. It just gave me a pouring headache when I was already pissed off from the other in the episode. And then Barry went into quote-unquote flash time, which wasn't flash time. This is Barry slowing down time around him in Mach 10, which we know from season 5. Or sorry, season 5 was Mach 7, I forgot. Season 6 was more likely Mach 10. It doesn't do much, writers. Wonder why they made it Mach 10. Oh, that's right, because he's not that fast in flash time. He tried to catch the ball, right? Which normally, yes, it would work, but his sight started messing up because he's getting older. Which, yes, it makes sense. But here's the thing for the second time now. We've seen Barry being an absolute idiot in the field in this one episode alone because the writing needed him to be an idiot. Legitimately. Barry knew that he's had problems with his speed. He can't use all his abilities. He's aging. He should know, because he's a smart person, what aging can do to a person. So it didn't dawn to him I'm in flash time right now. I'm moving faster than this stupid ball that's heading right towards me. That if I grab it will more than likely shock me. Why don't I, like, go to the left or to the right in my super speed and dodge the freaking ball? No, let's try to grab it and my sight miss. I might get electrocuted and I'm on the ground. Really? I'm sorry, but that was so stupid. I'm trying really hard not to be negative, but holy crap, how is this that bad? This is 100% season 7 writing in season 8. It feels like a season 1 episode. Yes, it does. But good lord, the writing was horrible. This is easily the worst episode we've had this entire season. The writing was horrible. I didn't have any problems with the acting, surprisingly. And that one camera movement was not great. And the directing wasn't really that great either, but I wasn't surprised by that. Like, no offense to Katie, but good lord, no, not again. If Katie's gonna direct the Flash episode, I am not watching it. After those 2 camera movements where she did a full stick around Barry, no. I'm not dealing with that crap. I don't know who thought of that, if it was Wallace or Katie or some writer, but good lord, that was horrible. Then we learned the Speed Force is making him age faster when he runs. I don't know how that makes sense, but whatever. Writing purposes. That's why, I guess. We're going to go with that. Barry's mind is getting weaker. His mind is slower. Goes back to Singh and Joe working on a robot vacuum. Joe's annoyed at it. Miss being a cop. Then Barry and Cecile, which I didn't even take notes on this, go to some place. I legitimately just quit paying attention at this point. Then there's a laptop that was deleting information. Barry tries to run to Star Labs. Remember, he's running at Mach 10, okay? He ran to the Great Wall of China with Cecile, and he had no idea where he was. Now, I understand he didn't know where he was, but is it really realistic? Just imagine this. Barry's running in Mach 10, and he somehow ran from Central City to the Great Wall of China in a span of like 2 seconds. When in season 4, he was running a lot faster, and he managed to get there in 2 to 3 seconds. That makes no sense. I don't know. I mean, it was a great shot, you know? But, it wasn't that great. Writing purposes, again. Then we go to Barry back in Star Labs. He's confused in the hallway, because he's old. Can't find what archives is. And he's horrified about Iris. He can't use his super speed, blah, blah, boring crap. Cecile mentioned her grandma. I didn't really pay attention to it, because again, I'm just not interested in this episode. I know someone said Cecile was great. I didn't care. I'm sure, I don't know. It was an emotional scene with Cecile. I didn't take notes on it. I don't remember what it was, because I was so distracted how horrible this episode is. But it wasn't good. I don't care. This episode was so dog crap. I could not get my mind off of that beginning scene with Barry just being an idiot and the writing's being horrible this episode. I almost said season. That would have been... But look, I love this season. I do. I ranked it by season 1 and season 2 several times. You guys should know that by now if you watch my content regularly. But good lord, what the hell were the writers thinking? I'm sorry, but if you're gonna make season 8 where Barry's overpowered as hell and suddenly he's slower due to writing purposes, why not put this episode in season 7? You could have taken the freaking Cisco goodbye episode, put it here, and I would have enjoyed it a lot more. Which, for standard points, I didn't like the Cisco goodbye episode at all. I hated it. It was a horrible episode. I liked the Allegra episode last season more than the Cisco one. I liked that episode better than this one. And that is sad. To me. And I should say something to all of you watching this. Assuming there's anyone still watching this at this point. Because frankly, I wouldn't be watching this. Which, I don't even know why I'm recording this, frankly. But again, I know a lot of you like hearing my opinions. You want me to be more honest? This is me being honest. You want more of my opinions in my reviews? This is my opinion about this episode. It was horrible. It was dog crap. I'm just gonna skip through like 90% of this crap. They found where the machine was. It was charging up, could make the entire city old. The guy wants to be young again. That's the story plot. Again, Barry needs to be slower. So, the machine needs to be sped up to get burned out so it won't, vaporize the city. Barry goes there. The machine goes off. Barry, runs around it, stopping the radiation from going to the city. Which, if you really think about it, did that make sense? Who knows? I don't think it did. Maybe you have a different idea. I don't know. I don't think that made any sense at all. Because unless he was making a vacuum, but at the same time, that wouldn't really prevent a radiation thing. Unless it's like fallout, but that's not nuclear energy. That's radiation. But whatever. Then we saw Barry literally going to 100 years old. We saw his skin having wrinkles on it. He started aging really fast. He was having a heart attack. And then Barry sets the device. He's back to normal. The guy's old again. Puts him in prison. And then it goes forward to 1 week. Sim mentions Barry was called a streak. And Barry hated it. Sing asks Lego what her superhero name is. Which is nothing. And Barry say nothing, frankly. And then Carla called Barry about Caitlin. And this is where the episode just went up like 20 notches. This is when the episode came back to season 8 writing. With aka good writing, and not season 7 writing. For me, this is when the episode got good, and it was the ending episode. It's not good. it should have been good the entire episode, not at the ending. I'm sorry, but good lord. Anyways, Barry goes into Caitlin's apartment, and Caitlin has a mirror gun that split Kate and Frost the first time. And she wants to use it because she thinks there's a piece of Frost in that gun at Caitlin. So she uses gun at Caitlin. Whatever, you get the idea. Caitlin mentions, what would Barry do if you could bring Barry's mom and dad back? Which, I didn't... Okay. I just thought about this, and I hate that I did, considering what I just said like a minute ago about the ending. We know what Barry would do. He wouldn't do it. Right? How many times have we heard Barry say, endlessly, since season 5 or 4, he would not go back and save his parents. Because he knows what it would do. Period. So Caitlin asking that question is so stupid. I didn't even think of that till now. This entire episode was dog crap. What the hell? Anyways... Barry tries to convince Kate to stop trying to bring Frost back. And this is the best scene in the episode. Barry used that overpowered lightning explosion that he does now. It was really good. It was a really good scene. And he looked like a really badass superhero. I don't care that I swore. If you can't handle swearing, just, I don't want to hear it. But he did look pretty cool. I mean, good lord. But he destroyed all the equipment in Caitlin's apartment. And Barry took the mirror gun and goes, and that's the episode. I watched a promo. I'm going to be doing a promo breakdown of it tomorrow, Thursday night. It was a really good promo. And I'm going to say this right now. 8/17, because this episode, I legitimately said I have zero hope for this season. Because I don't. But when I watched that promo, I actually got a little bit more hyped up from that promo. But this episode, I'm sorry, was just so bad. I don't know why the writers thought this is a good idea. I don't. I'm sorry if you have different opinions. I don't mind hearing them. But the fact that so many people like this episode makes no sense. When we literally have people hating on the Flash, doing what he should have done since season 1. Running situations, thinking on the go. People hated on that. Now we have Barry not thinking at all, not using his full speed for the writing purposes, and everyone loves it. What? That makes no sense. What is wrong with the Arrowverse community to where we are seriously hating on the show for several episodes at a time, but when it gets to the point where you should really be hating on the show, no one does it? That makes no sense. I'm sorry, but is everyone like not watching the same show? What the hell? I'm so pissed at this episode. And not even like funny at this point. Like, I'm just so annoyed. Like, I'm so, ugh. It's so bad. I hate that I'm hating on the show right now. I really do, but it's my, ugh. Whatever, I'm done. Thank you for watching the video. I'm assuming no one enjoyed it because I didn't even enjoy it. So, you know, just whatever. I'm done. I'll see you guys for my promo breakdown of 8/17. Yeah, have a good night. Have a good rest of your day. Stay safe. And hopefully, I'll see you guys next time. If I don't, I wouldn't be surprised. So, yeah. Bye, guys.